know all the scary things that have been happening at the Euphrates River?
What's going on there?
Okay, so the Euphrates River is actually located in the Middle East, and it's considered one of the longest rivers in the world. But it's actually drying up, like it's almost completely dry. But where the river is drying up, they're actually finding caves and different structures that have been under the river this entire time. But it's actually really scary that they're finding this.
I don't get what's so scary about that.
So what's crazy is the drying up of the Euphrates River is actually written in the Bible. And in the book of Revelations chapter 9:14 through 9:15, it says, "Release the four angels bound to the great river Euphrates." And then it says the angels were released to kill a third of all mankind.
So what you're saying is when the river dries up, it's basically the end of the world.
Yeah, and just to put that number in perspective, a third of the world is 2.6 billion people. And it's just super weird that they're finding all these caves under the Euphrates River.
The Euphrates River is one of the most historically significant rivers in the world, and it is closely tied to the Bible in various prophecies and historical accounts. Here is an overview of the Euphrates River's significance in biblical context. Edenic connection. In the Bible, the Euphrates River is mentioned in the context of the Garden of Eden. According to Genesis chapter 2 verses 10 to 14, the Euphrates is one of the four rivers that flowed out of Eden. While the exact location of Eden is debated, the mention of the Euphrates highlights the river's significance in early biblical narratives. Historical context. The Euphrates River played a pivotal role in the history of ancient Israel. It served as a natural boundary for various empires, including the Babylonian Empire. The river's banks were also the location of several significant events in the Bible, such as the exile of the Jewish people to Babylon. Prophecies. The Euphrates River is mentioned in several prophetic passages in the Bible. One notable reference is found in the book of Revelation, specifically in Revelation chapter 16 verse 12, which says, "The sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up to prepare the way for the kings from the east." This passage is often interpreted in eschatological terms, with the drying up of the Euphrates symbolizing a significant event in the end times. Interpretations of this prophecy vary among different Christian denominations and scholars. Some believe it may signify a future military or geopolitical event involving nations from the east, while others view it symbolically as a representation of spiritual or apocalyptic themes. Historical fulfillment. In a historical context, the drying up of the Euphrates River can be associated with events like the decline of the Babylonian Empire. In 539 BC, the Persians under Cyrus the Great diverted the Euphrates to enter the city of Babylon through its dried riverbed, leading to the fall of the Babylonian Empire. In summary, the Euphrates River holds significance in the Bible due to its mention in biblical narratives, its role in the history of ancient Israel, and its inclusion in certain prophetic passages, particularly in the book of Revelation. Interpretations of these prophecies can vary widely, and they often depend on theological and eschatological perspectives.
Are we in the middle of the tribulation as a result of what we're seeing right now? Well, the answer to that is no, we're not in the middle of the tribulation. But the Euphrates River plays a strategic role throughout Bible history and in the last days. About 1,800 miles long, an average of 300 yards wide. Everyone has always spiritualized the drying up of the Euphrates River, but in actuality, it is happening. The Euphrates River is, as we speak, drying up. I have a whole article about it at encountertoday.com on our blog. The prediction is, as a result of the drying up of the Euphrates River, the kings of the east will be able to come and invade the nation of Israel. It is happening. It is a sign of the last days, but we are not in the tribulation yet. Get right or get left.
The Bible prophecy that's happening before our eyes, and no one is talking about it. In the book of Revelations, it is mentioned that the great river Euphrates will dry up before the last days. The great river Euphrates that flows through Turkey, Syria, and Iraq has dried up. The sixth angel poured his bowl on the great Euphrates River. It dried up to nothing. The dry riverbed became a fine roadbed for the kings from the east. Revelation 16:12. It said to the sixth angel who had the trumpet, "Release the four angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates." Revelation 9:14. These verses highlight the geographical significance of the Euphrates River, which was one of the four rivers flowing out of the Garden of Eden according to Genesis. It is predicted to fully dry up before 2040. In the book of Revelation, the Euphrates River is mentioned in the context of end-time prophecies, symbolizing a significant location where spiritual events are taking place and a sign of the end times. This is the end of this episode. Follow for more.
In Revelation chapter 9 verse 14 it says, "Release the 4 angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates." And the 4 angels who had been kept ready for this very hour, and day, and month, and year, were released to wipe out 1/3 of mankind. The Bible also prophesied the Euphrates River drying up. Prison-like caves have been unearthed under the Euphrates River. Are these the caverns that were used to hold these 4 fallen angels?
The Euphrates River dried up and this mysterious tunnel appeared. Some say that this is a relic of ancient people that is still preserved today. However, a rumor among the locals is that the tunnel leads to where the angels are in prison, as mentioned in the Bible, to be
هاي مقبرة ثرية وانت شايفين حد النهر حد السواد هذا كان معروف.
The Euphrates is the longest and one of the most historically important rivers of Western Asia, on which the various lives of the ancients depended heavily on this river. Now, the drying up of the Euphrates River is not just a prophecy, but it is actually happening today. Along with the drying up of the Euphrates River, many ancient discoveries have emerged, and even these discoveries have shocked the world. Recently a video showed a man showing a drop in the water level of the Euphrates River which fell drastically. Only in the last few years the river water was almost completely drying up. In addition, the man also showed an ancient tunnel that leads to the underground with a very perfect building structure, and even has stairs that are neatly arranged and are still intact to this day. But what is surprising is who built all of this. Some say that this is a relic of ancient people that is still preserved today. However, there is a rumor among the locals that the tunnel leads to where the angels are imprisoned. As mentioned in the Bible, to be precise, in Revelation 9 verse 14, saying to the 6th angel which had the trumpet, "Loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river."
Guys, take some time and go and look up the Euphrates River and the fact that it is drying up. Don't be misled. There are some dates, some wrong dates being put on some of these satellite photos. But do some digging. Trust me, it's worth it. Do some digging.